Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Kay Wilson, regulated Canadian immigration consultant. Today we'll be looking at the parent and grandparent sponsorship program for Canada. This is a program that's available to those who are permanent residents or Canadian citizens. And there are certain eligibility requirements that you must meet in order to apply under this program to sponsor your parents or grandparents. Now, the government recently announced that they will be doing another draw. So let's talk about how this is usually done. With this program, the government of Canada typically does a lottery draw, and essentially they will do a lottery draw where they will invite candidates who are interested to sponsor their parents to express their interest. So this was done back in 2020, and they had previously selected some candidates from that batch who had expressed their interest to sponsor. Now, fast forward to 2021, they plan to hold another lottery draw. In fact, that draw is expected to be held within this week and next week. Okay, so over a 2-week period, they will be inviting 30,000 candidates to submit an application to sponsor their parents. Now, these candidates are those who would have expressed their interests, right? So they would have submitted an interest to sponsor back in 2020. In fact, to be exact, they would have submitted their interest to sponsor between October 13th, 2020 and November 3rd of 2020, right? So only those candidates will be invited. So only those candidates who submitted an interest to sponsor during that period of time will be invited in this lottery, right? So they will, like I mentioned, select 30,000 candidates, and there will be no interest to sponsor form this year. So in 2021, they will not be having another interest to sponsor period for intake. They will only be selecting from candidates who submitted back in 2020. Those who are selected in this lottery, so those will be numbered among this 30,000, will receive an email to the address that they would have used at the time of signing up. So at the time of expressing their interests, right? So if you are one of those 30,000 who did that back in 2020, ensure that you are checking your emails to see if you receive a notification. You may also want to ensure that you're checking your spam or junk folder, as sometimes IRCC emails tend to end up there. And another way that you can also check if you are selected at the time of submitting your interest to sponsor form, you would have received a confirmation code. Now, that confirmation code is something that you would have gotten a notification to ensure that you make note of it. Now, this is where that will come in handy. You can use that confirmation code to go on the IRCC website and check to see if your code was among those selected if you haven't seen your email. Those who have been selected will have a matter of 60 days with which to submit a complete application. So within 60 days of receiving that email or that notification, you will need to submit a complete application to sponsor your parents. Usually these applications for parent sponsorship are 2 parts. So there is the assessment of the sponsor. So the sponsor must meet eligibility. And once the sponsor has been approved, then they will assess the application for permanent residence. So it's at that time that they will assess the parent or the grandparent that is being sponsored, right? For those of you who were not able to submit an interest to sponsor and you're wondering what will be the option for you, then there is the Super Visa program wherein you can submit an application for a super visa for your parents. Of course, with all programs, there are eligibility requirements to be met. So the super visa will allow your parents to travel to Canada and to remain for up to 2 years in one stay. So this is a great alternative to the parent sponsorship if you're not able to do so at this time. With a super visa, there is usually a requirement for medical insurance coverage, and more details are available on the IRCC's website. If you need help with any of these applications, as always, feel free to contact us. My email is on the screen, and there is some links in the description box below this video with more information on how you can reach out to us if you need help. And don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for even more information on all things Canadian immigration. And follow us on Instagram while you're at it. I'll catch you guys in the next video.